Hey guys, how's it going? Kripparrian here. So today I want to give you guys an intro to Dwarven Realms. Dwarven Realms has officially released. It's a game that I actually streamed and highlighted on this YouTube channel some months back, but it is now officially out. They actually had a month where they were doing like constant changes, constant short cycles, just to get everything ironed out for release. The release has happened and the game is amazing. I actually played over 40 hours of this game. A lot of it off stream, but some on. And it's a game that the more you play, the more you learn about it. And it's a real wonder of an indie ARPG, in my opinion, because it's really indie. And they made a lot of mechanics their own way. And there's a lot to learn about how they've designed things. And I really encourage you guys to check it out. If you guys do want to check it out, I do have a sponsored link below. They see that I sent you, which certainly helps me out in many ways. I can also help some of you guys out. We have a Kripp mount in the game. We have the mushroom mount, Kripp's mushroom mount. So some people had some questions about how to get it. So if you are in your home base, you can, move that library shelf there. And then you climb the ladder here. And this is kind of where like all the promo mounts are. And you can kind of see what each one looks like on the pedestal there. And this is mine. This is the Kripp mushroom mount. And if you want to claim the reward, the enter code, you do Kripp12 exclamation mark. And then you get one of these for yourselves. So check it out, get the Kripp mount, and enjoy the highlights. This is Dwarven Realms. You attack. You get lots of stats, you get items, you get lots of levels. So I highlighted this game very, very early on, and it is a passion project. Two twin brothers worked on this one. So before I go too much into the game, I don't really know the game like in and out, and the reason I don't know the game in and out is because in the last month leading up to the launch, which again is today, they had like a kind of like absolute chaos happening. They reset the ladder constantly with like trying out new things and rebalancing and adding features. Like these guys have been going absolutely ham in the last month, trying to come up with the best version of the game possible. The different stats, they do different things. It's pretty good to start on like endurance because it gives you like energy regen and lifesteal, which is kind of like sustain. Luck is like crit damage, but until you have crit chance, it doesn't really do anything. Some dexterity is pretty nice because it's armor, which is very good in this game. And move speed. Now attack speed is actually pretty terrible in this game unless you're playing like direct damage builds with weapons, and I don't know, I haven't really seen anyone do that. Strength is always fine, but they recently nerfed strength. So we're actually just going to pump endurance here real quick. Oh yes, and this is the skill tree. 50 strength is really good. So you might think that, oh my god, this is so overwhelming. You're really going to get almost all of this. And actually the small nodes are really, really important. So now we just like double press auto attack. And most of the time, when you have an actual, like, proper character in Dwarven Realms, your damage is almost entirely going to come from your offhand. Now, offhand is kind of like the collection of these three things. So this is your main hand, and this is your offhand. So these are kind of like your like little trinket offhands. And your offhands are skills that are procced from using your main hand. Now, there's a lot that goes into this because when you get these to an epic level, they get a bonus. So you can stack that bonus. Each skill has two different bonuses, and you can kind of mix and match, but the idea is that you want to get the same offhand skill in all three of these slots and your belt, because you can see that when it procs, it goes on cooldown. It's like right above the middle like blank bar there. You see it procs the mages, and then it's like on cooldown. So that cooldown will go down if I have more copies of this offhand spell in a way. So right now I'm using like Zelkor mages, so if I had like 2 Zelkor mages, the cooldown would be less. If I had 3, all 3, it would be even less, and if I had all 3 on the belt, it would be even less. And these are all basically procs. They got tons of skills in this game to choose from, and they've kind of rebalanced them again and again and again and again this month. Oh, I see. So you can like circumvent attack speed pretty well. Oh, this is a bit hell for melee. There's lots of advantages for playing ranged in this game, I'll tell you that. But they're not absolute. There are advantages to melee as well.
Slashing through these monsters, huh? You can trade extra essence for research materials.
Okay, so you always want to do that thing where you give your extra materials, because that converts it to experience. I think it doesn't do that until like the next one. This stuff is like whatever, that doesn't really matter yet. The first time you go through the Ruptures, it's basically like the campaign. It has story, it unlocks things as you play it. And later on, you get to the real stuff. Dragon Flame. Well, eventually we'll get that. Okay, so this has 20 health. Oh, here's another one. So whenever an item has like decimals on its stats, it's like a big bonus. I don't think I want to use that, but this one I can use. So I can use the R scale. And you have to keep in mind, energy is used for costs, but it's also used for dodging. So you don't want to go too ham on this one. But the first dragon you get, it spawns these green circles, and the green circles are energy regen. So you can really play a pretty like cost-heavy setup right off the bat, just because of that. Like, it's really smart that they're giving you that specific dragon. Later on, the idea with dragons are they have this thing where they can make one element work for other elements' damage. Like, for example, if you're playing a full fire build, you can get something where your lightning damage bonus applies to fire. So that will make it a lot easier to gear. And it'll also make it a lot more powerful when you get some of the passives in the cards. Because at some point when you're high enough level, you're going to kind of run out of specifically the one damage type that you're using. Okay, so here we're just going to get a bunch of levels. So that's the value in over-farming effectively. But yeah, so I'll give you guys an example. One of the earliest like special zones that you get, I think you actually start getting some drops even before you finish the campaign. But once you finish the campaign, you get it pretty often, and you can get some from the daily rewards. Is Catacombs. Catacombs are really, really interesting. So Catacombs is basically like a loot pinata zone, but the key is actually pretty rare other than the daily. Now, everything that drops in there is your highest Rupture plus 15 levels. 15 levels is enormous. So you want to like push as hard as you possibly can. Doesn't even matter how long. You can finish like exactly on the 10-minute timer even. And then you do your Catacombs if you can't push anymore. And that's going to give you the gear to push a little bit higher. So there's all these like tactical ways where you use some of the dungeon keys, but there's also some mastery involved. Some of the levels, until you have like a pretty good setup or you're pretty skilled at doing some of the levels, you're gonna get pretty limited rewards. And there's a lot of these like extra zones. It's kind of how the endgame works in a way. You also have like a passive tree for like rewards in a way. The elf bros. Double damage. Alright. Big hits, big hits, big hits. Let's go. Explode. Dude, Burning Shield's insane. What the hell? How is it so good? Dude, did we just play Burning Shield now or something? What are these? Dragon Flame. We got Dragon Flame though. A Dragon Flame. I think I'm gonna keep Burning Shield though. I've never had this strong a character this early. It's completely unethical. I have no idea how it's doing this much damage, so I'm just gonna keep rolling with it. Holy crap. Bro, I'm having a hard time seeing my red from their red. Okay, that's definitely their red. Bro. Holy crap. I don't think I have. Okay. Oh yeah, I have max potions. Oh, I guess it reset potions at some point.
If you're feeling weak, grinding a lower level rupture for a bit.
I proc double damage, so I went for it. I didn't think I'd go like half to dead that quickly though. You hate this fight on hardcore? Yeah? Oh, I don't know. Seems pretty fun.